Now, from page 61, we now concentrate on the executive, and you start that conversation at paragraph 187, all the way to paragraph 213. So let's take it in bite sizes. And we start at paragraph 187. You may read some aspects of it into the record, or you may speak to it as is most comfortable for you.
Commissioners, I had said previously when EWN Media asked me questions, I conducted an interview in my office, and I repeated again in Parliament on the 5th of March, and I repeated the same thing on the 6th of July this year, that there is a gentleman, Mr. Mogotsi, who is an associate of the Minister of Police, Mr. Senzo Mchunu. I spoke about Mogotsi as an associate of Senzo Mchunu, Minister Senzo Mchunu, simple because what confirmed that is that when I received a WhatsApp communication from a number that I do not know, with the information that we're going to talk about later on the statement, it made me ask a question, because the person who's communicating with me seems to suggest that he is close to the minister, he is with the minister. But for me to confirm that, I had to first engage the person that I said earlier I knew very well, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Nkabende. I called him to confirm this fellow, whether does he know a person called Mogotsi.
General, if I may, and I'm
yes.
Sorry I do apologize for having to interject. Perhaps if we follow the narrative as you set out in the statement, paragraph by paragraph, summarize, because you have set out the steps with reference to when what event occurred and culminating in your conclusion, lest we lose the commissioners. If that's workable with you, if you may.
No, Commissioners, I was just introducing Mogotsi, that there is this gentleman who made contact with me, and the Chief of Staff confirmed that this person is a close associate with the minister. So that's how I got a confirmation, also with the exchange of messages between me and the Chief of Staff. So that's when I got to be comfortable that this person is speaking because he knows things that are happening at the office of the minister. When Commissioners, on the same paragraph 187, but second page 62, I had raised issues because upon further engagement, and I discovered that this Mogotsi is linked to the underworld figures, people that are subject to investigation that are involved in criminality within the country. And this person is close to the minister. So when we appeared before the portfolio committee and I mentioned this Mogotsi, the minister on the record in Parliament, he denied knowing this person on record. But later, in a private conversation that the minister had on the 30th of March, he acknowledged that he knows this person as his comrade. Commissioners, I'm not good in English. I don't know what's the definition of comrade and what's the definition of associate. I use the word associate. And he denied the associate, but he confirmed a comrade. I'm not an associate, but I'm a comrade. So,
and this was a private conversation between whom?
Between the minister and one lady. Okay. That's a conversation that, fortunately, that lady recorded the conversation. It was a telephone conversation between them.
And if I may, General, I know you're getting there, but it was the chairperson that posed the question. Is that conversation? I apologize. I switch it off because the paper tends to to make noise. To the chair, we will get to that point, but perhaps the chair might want to make a note that recording that the general references is dealt with at paragraph 201 of his statement, and that's where the detail of that recording is provided. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Commissioner. Commissioner, the communication between me and this Mr. Mogotsi started on the 30th of September 2024. This is when I had received a WhatsApp message from Mr. Mogotsi, where in his own writing, in that WhatsApp message, he was warning me in a way of saying that there is attempts of discrediting me by means of a case of the allegations of the defeating the end of justice case that was going to be registered in relation to an incident that had happened in KZN at Correctional Services at Timpangeni.
General, if I may, I know that in the next I do apologize. Yeah, I hope I tend to bump into it so it makes noise, but I'll keep it on. From here on, you deal with a series of communication, and you only attach the actual communication at the end of your narrative. May I request, as you walk through the commissioners through what you say here, that perhaps we invite them to your annexure MK17, and you read both what you state in your statement in relation to any single event with reference to any part of MK17. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. Commissioners, I said the communication started on the 30th of September when Mr. Mogotsi made his allegations. Now, obviously, I don't know where he got my number from, but he made contact with me, cell phone contact.
Sorry, is it the one on page 315?
313, that's where it starts, Commissioners. It starts from 313, 313, 314, and it runs up until I think the entire annexure, Commissioner, which ends at 320.
I'm trying to identify the very first communication. Just look at page 315.
Yes, Commissioner.
Is that the very first WhatsApp you received from
Yeah,
us?
that's the first one. Yeah, I'm sorry with the order because it got dates. Yes, it's on 315. That's correct. So as you can see, the first wording says, "My General Mogotsi from Northwest," and then the communication, I think, continues. Yeah, the pages are not aligned correctly, Commissioners, because the next one it becomes 313, which is then a continuation of 315.
May I make this request, please?
Yes.
Please rearrange these pages.
Absolutely.
And you will, of course, then have to
Change the numbering as
attend
well.
to the numbering as well.
Definitely, and we intend to do so. May I, for the purposes of this current conversation, accept that the communication starts at 315?
Yes.
If you look at the bottom of 315, it's a snapshot of
Report.
not a report, occurrence book,
Oh.
which then is reflected at page 313. 313 ought to have followed 315.
Yes.
If you could just bear in mind, right? So it will be what you have 315 as the first, 313 would be the second, and then it follows sequentially. Somewhere in the copying, we will correct it, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, as you see on those attachments there, What I want to indicate is that, as I started, that I needed to confirm this person, which Chief of Staff confirmed, and later I got his number checked officially so, and it was confirmed it's a number that is registered on the record under his name. So there is no question mark as to his identity as an individual that exists in this country. So, Mr. Mogotsi, without maybe following all the paragraph, commissioners, his first, as you have indicated, on attachment 315, he start by first sending me a message about the basis for this attempt to open a case against me. And he attaches a copy or a screenshot of a police register at the police station at Mpangeni. He had said it's from Northwest, but he sends me a copy of the occurrence book of Mpangeni SAPS. That's a police station that is serving the Minister of Police. It's literally less than 5 kilometers away from the minister's house. I received this thing. I'm already told it's close to the minister. That's why I'm linking the minister to it. He sends me this OB, and I'm asking myself, I wonder, how does he get hold of a copy of an OB entry? But nonetheless, he sends me the copy of the OB entry. But he also sends me a draft letter that was not signed. The letter that is not signed has the similar content. Unfortunately, Commissioner, we don't print it, but it is that which is referred to on 313 KZN factual report. That is the draft letter. It's a letter, police letter, that has got the details of an officer that was in charge on that scene on the day of an incident that happened at Correctional Services. But that officer did not sign that letter. It's a letter that is drafted but without a signature. So he attached it on WhatsApp.
Before you proceed, just for the record, that letter was not provided for the purposes of your statement. It is what is attached as per these messages under KZN factual report. But the actual document itself is not provided to us, so we don't know the contents. Am I correct?
Well, because it was attached, I'd opened it. I cannot remember if I saved that letter separately. I'll just have to check on the record. Because I did a screenshot of the conversation between me and him before they were deleted.
So we will check and see if you can still...
I'll check on my records. Probably I will have the copy of the letter.
Thank you, General.
Commissioners, this is the first communication he has with me. And I then responded to him, as you see there on 315. On his initial letter, when I asked him what was he talking about, then he sends me this communication. But I gave him a response on that communication. And my response was to him that I am aware of the incident. I was involved in that incident. I'm the one that guided the leader of that team of how to handle that case. The content of the occurrence book and the content of the factual report that was attached is a true reflection of my guidance to him. And I explained to him what actually transpired at this correctional facility on the day.
Please refer me to the relevant page. That would be 3-1 what? Your response to him. Because the sequence is confusing as was indicated earlier.
Commissioner, I'm going to have to align these these attachments here because I think, yeah, they indeed, they are confusing. If the Commissioner agree, allow me.
Can't we take a 3 or 5 minutes and then you just rearrange this?
Just rearrange and we'll renumber.
Because, for example, I'm looking, that was a State House, blah, blah, and I have no idea
We shall do so. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
how that.
Not unless Commissioner wants to break, but it doesn't take me long to get to the right page on my response. It's just the sequence of them because I know.
That's why I was asking you to take me to the relevant page because I didn't see where your response is, for example. General.
318.
318. Is that, so is it your response that starts, that was a State House which is within DCS premises?
That's correct.
Does your response start exactly there?
Commissioner, I don't think it starts there. It could be that maybe not all the attachments that we put in.
Does it start at the bottom of 319? I know that matter very well, which was an illegal operation that was conducted at the premises of a high-ranking DCS officer without a search warrant. That was a State House, which, is that how it flows?
That is correct. That's
Chair,
correct, Commissioner. Maybe we should take that break, then we can align.
Let's take the opportunity granted, right? We have rearranged your files in the order that they follow, based on the timestamps. Please, for the moment, ignore the pagination at the top right. We shall replace the pages accordingly. So as things stand, because of the pagination, we can't risk them falling because they get all mixed up again. So both the General and us have got the same order as has been corrected in your files. So perhaps the proper place to start is with the question that Commissioner Khumalo had posed, which is the start of this communication chain. So, General, what we now know to be the start, as rearranged in your file, starts with the date of the 30th of September.
Commissioners, I must first apologize, Senior Counsel. I must also apologize to you because what I noticed is that, Commissioners, what I have as a screenshot of the conversation between me and Mr. Brown, I did not print everything. Even after the rearrangement, there are some missing 2 or 3.
No, I'll share with Commissioner Khumalo. Mine is still wrong. Doesn't matter. Let's go on.
The Secretary. We can do it.
Sorry, General. Yeah, we can continue. We will share.
Thank you, Chair. Quite distressing, but I do apologize. So General, you say the pack as you provided us is missing some.
That is correct, Commissioners. There's at least 1, 2, 3, and 4 pages I should have made, which is a continuation of communication between me and Mr. Brown. He might have cut off in October and it started again in April, and again the last one being a telecommunication on the 3rd of July, just before the press briefing.
Okay. May I propose, if it might work, because then it means we still have to get the copies from you.
That's correct.
We still have to update the files. Perhaps we leave the issue of Mr. Mogotsi in its entirety for now, because it hangs on the communication that was had.
No, we can share. Let's go ahead.
The point the General makes is even rearranged.
Okay.
He didn't give us everything. So there's some communication that is missing from the packs that we all have. Now the question is whether or not his evidence will follow sequentially when he has what he has on the screen that we don't have on the file. So I was suggesting that because he's dealing with different people, that we perhaps file the Mr. Mogotsi issue till tomorrow morning, and overnight we correct this, but then we deal with the next one.
Thank you.
Would that disrupt the flow of your testimony, Mr. Mogotsi? It's been a long day. Apologies, Chair, and apologies to Mr. Mogotsi. Apologies, General, for calling you by wrong name. But I think the Chair, you had confirmed that we can park this issue.
Yes.
We will revert to it tomorrow.
Yes.
And mine was to check whether that would work with General Mkhwanazi, if we did as I proposed, General. So, and if you agree with me, that then would lead us to page 75 under political interference. Would it be okay if we jumped this part regarding Mr. Mogotsi and we update all your communication with him? We will come deal with it first thing in the morning, but in the meantime, we can move on to deal with the next person.
No, I'm okay with that, Commissioner.